Welcome in everyone, and this is the top 10 best games of 2024. Straight to number 10, let's go! Number 10 is something that came out not too long ago. That is LEGO Horizon Adventures. I gotta say, fun-filled adventure. Is it perfect? No, it's not. But it is the most innovative and simply fun game I've played this year. Well, second most innovative and fun game, but LEGO did something different here, people, and it's spectacular. I loved it. I had such a good time. Let's just go straight into number 9. Now, number 9 is someone that has never played Silent Hill 2. The Silent Hill 2 remake was amazing. Oh my god, what a throwback to old school gaming. The shiny visuals, I absolutely loved it. The gameplay, of course, is old school, so if it's not your style, I do feel like you'll drop off pretty quickly, but for me, I loved the throwback. It was amazing. I had such a good time. Why this wasn't nominated as one of 2024's Game of the Year, I have no idea, but it's on my list. Let's go into number 8. So number 8 is Nobody Wants to Die. This definitely went under so many people's radars and is one of 2 more unknown titles on this list you may not have heard of. Now, this came out with Critical Hit Games, and as gameplay goes, it is simple and if not a little bit repetitive, but it is polished. What you do is spectacular and it is done to perfection, and fantastic story and design steals the show anyway. Not to mention, the graphics are pristine. They are gorgeous. If you haven't played Nobody Wants to Die and you love a good story, this is the game for you. Let's move on. Number 7 is Still Wakes the Deep. This is another game that maybe flew under your radar. Developed by the Chinese Room, they did a spectacular job. There is not enough games located on an oil rig, and this was amazing. Once again, story is everything. It is spectacular, it is gorgeous, graphically, and even gameplay wise, it's just the package. It's short, roughly 8 hours long, so for some people that could make you draw away, but for me, it was perfect. I went in, had a fantastic time, and now I want more. Chinese Room, where's the sequel? Where's the new game? I love you guys. Let's go number 6. Now, number 6, we're getting to the more obvious territory, but of course, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, for me, Final Fantasy VII Remake was definitely better than Rebirth, but I do remember perfectly staying up to about 3-4 a.m, smashing out the story of Rebirth, had a mate in the controller, and we love this series, and they've polished it once again. The gameplay is spectacular, graphics are amazing, and the story is getting funky. I have not played Final Fantasy VII, the OG, but I love what they're doing with the story. Now, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth did have a bit too much to do. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. There's just too much going on, but in its essence, it was a fantastic game and I enjoyed the hell out of it. But number 5, I can't believe it's on the list, but I loved it. So let's get into number 5. Just Dance 2025. No, I'm not kidding. Just Dance 2025. I haven't played a Just Dance in years. Thank you very much to Ubisoft ANZ. They gave me a code to play Just Dance and I loved it. Oh my god. I grabbed my partner, we danced the night away, and we had so much fun, guys. If you have not played Just Dance, now's the best time. There's so many different dances and choreography to get your family in, get your kids in. It is a blast. I know it's weird it's on this list, but Just Dance 2025, give it a chance. It was really good. Number 4 is probably my most controversial take. Please don't click off the video, but number 4 is Suicide Squad. I know, go in the comments. I had 2 videos get cancelled because I enjoyed this game. Now let me explain something to you. Suicide Squad, once you finish the final boss onwards, I'm with you. The game is terrible. After that point, I hated what they did with it. The live service, nobody wanted. Nah, didn't like it. But guess what? The meat and bones of the game, which is the gameplay and the characters, to me, were fantastic. I loved them. I loved the characters. I loved how they bounced off each other. I loved the Suicide Squad. Yes, Batman dies. Spoiler alert, Batman dies. But guess what? I loved the scene personally. I did like it. I don't care that Batman's not meant to die or he's meant to be better than... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is my list. Suicide Squad. Gameplay alone, I had arcadey fun, people. It was just fun. Didn't take itself too seriously, even though maybe it should have. But number 4, Suicide Squad. Let's throw one more game in there that you might not like that's on this list. Number 3 is Star Wars Outlaws. I don't care what you have to say about Ubisoft and wokeism and all this kind of stuff, but Star Wars Outlaws was exactly what I wanted. I got a great story-driven, emotional game, great gameplay, fun gameplay I might add, a bit mindless but fun, simple but thought-provoking puzzles, and a world I could get behind. I, for one, have always wanted a Star Wars game or movie that wasn't focused around the Jedi and the Sith. I just wanted something that was bare bones, like The Mandalorian, but then The Mandalorian went full Jedi, didn't it? It got Luke Skywalker in and it wasn't what I wanted, but Star Wars Outlaws, this is what I wanted, people. I loved it. Star Wars Outlaws, if you haven't tried it, give it a go with an open mind and I feel like you'll love it. We are getting into the final 2 and that's why I'm going to quickly remind you to comment down below what is your favorite game of 2024. Thank you so much for watching this far. I'm not going to hold you up. Let's get into the final 2. Number 2 is Astro Bot. Of course it is. This game was spectacular. It took me back to my childhood, very Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. It felt like part of that time. And I, for one, love that PlayStation is absorbing Astro Bot and making it almost the mascot and just taking advantage of the 3D platformer market again. I miss these kinds of games, man. Astro Bot was something you could blank off your mind, have a great time with some fantastic visuals. No, nothing in Astro Bot was overly hard. Apart from the PlayStation controller missions, you know, the circle, X, triangle, square ones, if you know, you know. Those ones got me a couple of times, but everything else, there was nothing hard about it, but it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It took me back to my childhood. Big tick. I would love Astro Bot to win Game of the Year, but I don't think it will. And I don't think number 1 will either, but number 1 has to be. Number 1 has to be Shadow of the Erdtree. Yes, it is not actually a game, it is a DLC, and that's fine. But Shadow of the Erdtree, when I look back in the year, I go through my YouTube channel, go through my streams, and I see what game can I sit back and go, that is my most fun, entertaining, challenging, and most memorable title of 2024. And that is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Without a doubt, what From Software did with Elden Ring, and then they did it again with the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, it is spectacular. Yes, I raged, yes, I got lost, but I never stopped enjoying myself. So without further ado, Shadow of the Erdtree 100% gets the number 1 title for my top 10 games of 2024. But of course, that's me. That's my top 10 of 2024. You might disagree. That's fine. Drop in the comments. Let me know Suicide Squad sucked. I've heard it already, so might as well say it again. But more importantly, what was your top 10 games of 2024? I would love to chat about it, but of course, I'll see you next year for 2025, where we cover all the brand new games. But of course, we also do the top 10 worst games of 2024. So make sure you check out that video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next year. See you later.